Mount Shasta stands tall and proud in Northern California. It is more than just a mountain. It is a powerful magnet for spiritual seekers and curious minds. Many people feel a special energy when they are near it. This beautiful mountain is covered in stories and legends that speak of ancient civilizations, wise beings, and hidden cities. People from all around the world travel to this place. They hope to experience its unique magic and uncover some of its deep secrets. The air around Shasta often feels charged with an unseen presence, inviting us to look beyond the ordinary and explore the extraordinary possibilities it holds. This magnificent peak is often shrouded in clouds, which adds to its mysterious look. These clouds sometimes form unusual shapes, like lenses, called lenticular clouds. Some believe these clouds are not just weather patterns. They think they might be hiding advanced craft or openings to other dimensions. The mountain's very presence seems to call to the soul. It encourages quiet reflection and a search for deeper understanding. For many years, tales have been told of strange lights, unusual sounds, and encounters with beings not of this world. These stories paint Mount Shasta as a place where the veil between worlds is very thin indeed. Many believe that Mount Shasta is a sacred site, a place of immense spiritual power. It is considered by some to be one of the Earth's primary energy vortexes. These vortexes are special spots where spiritual energy is very strong and focused. This energy can help with healing, spiritual growth, and connecting with higher consciousness. The mountain is thought to be a gateway to higher realms of existence. It is a place where angels, ascended masters, and beings of light gather. They are said to offer guidance and support to humanity. This belief draws many to its slopes, seeking personal transformation and a connection to these benevolent forces. The most famous legend connected to Mount Shasta is the story of Lemuria. This ancient lost continent is said to have been home to a highly evolved spiritual civilization. It is believed that survivors of Lemuria found refuge within Mount Shasta. They continue to live there in a hidden city of light. These Lemurians are thought to be guardians of ancient wisdom. They are working to help humanity ascend to a higher state of being. Understanding this connection is key to unlocking the deeper mysteries of Mount Shasta. We are invited to open our hearts and minds to the possibility of their presence and their loving guidance. Mount Shasta is an incredibly impressive sight. It is a massive stratovolcano, reaching over 14,179 feet into the sky. This makes it one of the largest volcanic peaks in the continental United States. Its sheer size and isolated position make it dominate the surrounding landscape. You can see its white, snow-covered peak from many miles away. The mountain is not just one peak, but a cluster of overlapping volcanic cones. This complex structure tells a story of powerful geological forces. These forces have shaped it over hundreds of thousands of years. Its grandeur inspires a feeling of awe and reminds us of the Earth's incredible power. The volcanic history of Mount Shasta is long and dynamic. It began forming around 593,000 years ago. It has erupted many times throughout its existence. These were not always explosive eruptions like some volcanoes. Some eruptions involved slow-moving lava flows that built up its sides. The last known eruption occurred in the 1780s. This was observed by the explorer La Perouse. While it is currently considered dormant, it is not extinct. Geologists believe it will erupt again in the future. This underlying volcanic power contributes to the mountain's potent energy. It is a living mountain, full of Earth's creative and transformative force. Mount Shasta is home to several glaciers, even with California's warm climate. These include the Whitney, Bolam, Hotlam, Winton, and Conwakiton glaciers. These rivers of ice slowly carve the mountain, adding to its unique beauty. The mountain is also the source of many pure springs. The headwaters of the Sacramento River begin on its slopes. Many believe this water is sacred and has healing properties. People often come to collect this water, feeling its life-giving energy. These natural features, the ice and the water, are seen as symbols of purity and spiritual cleansing. They enhance the mountain's reputation as a place of renewal. The physical presence of Mount Shasta is deeply connected to its spiritual reputation. Its towering height seems to reach towards the heavens. This makes it a natural focal point for spiritual aspiration. The unique geological formations, the active energy within, and the pure waters flowing from it all contribute to its sacred atmosphere. People feel a strong connection to the earth when they are on or near the mountain. This connection can help them feel more grounded and centered. The mountain's physical form is a powerful teacher. It shows us strength, endurance, and the beauty of the natural world, guiding us to look within. Long before modern spiritual seekers came to Mount Shasta, it was a deeply sacred place for Native American tribes. The Klamath, Modoc, Yurok, Pit River, and Shasta peoples, among others, have lived in this region for thousands of years. For them, the mountain is not just a geographical feature. It is the center of their spiritual world, a place of creation and power. They hold the mountain in the highest reverence. Their traditions and stories are intricately woven with its majestic presence. These ancient connections form the spiritual bedrock upon which later legends have been built. Their respect for the mountain is profound. Many indigenous creation stories feature Mount Shasta as a central element. Some tribes believe that the Creator, or Great Spirit, formed the mountain first. From there, life spread out into the world. For example, the Modoc people have a story about the chief of the sky spirits. He is said to have built Mount Shasta as his earthly home. He made it by pushing down ice and snow through a hole in the sky. These stories emphasize the mountain's role as a source of life and a dwelling place for divine beings. They teach important lessons about living in harmony with nature and respecting the spiritual forces that shape our world. Rituals and ceremonies have been performed on and around Mount Shasta by indigenous peoples for countless generations. These practices were often connected to healing, seeking guidance, and giving thanks. Shamans and spiritual leaders would go to the mountain to connect with the spirit world. They would seek visions and wisdom for their communities. Sacred sites on the mountain, such as springs, meadows, and caves, were used for these important spiritual activities. These traditions highlight a deep understanding of the mountain's energy. They show how to interact with it in a respectful and sacred way. This deep reverence continues today among many tribal members. The profound spiritual significance of Mount Shasta for indigenous cultures laid a foundation for its later mystical interpretations. Their understanding of the mountain as a powerful living entity resonated with others who felt its unique energy. While the specific beliefs might differ, the common thread is the recognition of Shasta as a special place where the spiritual world is very close. The ancient wisdom of the Native American people reminds us to approach the mountain with humility and respect. We are encouraged to listen to its silent teachings. Their enduring connection is a vital part of Mount Shasta's rich spiritual tapestry. The idea of Lemuria did not begin as a spiritual legend. It actually started as a scientific hypothesis in the 19th century. In 1864, a British zoologist named Philip Sclater was studying lemurs. He noticed that these small primates were found in Madagascar, India, and Southeast Asia. However, they were not found in Africa or the Middle East, which are geographically between these areas. This was a puzzle for scientists at the time. How could these animals be in such distant places with no apparent way to travel between them? Sclater proposed an answer to this intriguing biological question. Sclater suggested that there might have been a large landmass in the Indian Ocean. He called this hypothetical continent Lemuria. He thought this land bridge could explain how lemurs and other species spread across these regions. This idea came before the theory of continental drift and plate tectonics was widely accepted. At that time, scientists often proposed submerged continents or land bridges. They used them to explain the distribution of plants and animals around the world. So, Lemuria was initially imagined as a physical place. It was a lost piece of land that once connected distant shores, allowing life to migrate. The concept of Lemuria gained some traction in the scientific community for a while. Other prominent scientists, like Ernst Haeckel, a German naturalist, also supported the idea. Haeckel even suggested that Lemuria might have been the cradle of humanity. He believed it was where the first humans evolved. However, as geological science advanced, the theory of plate tectonics provided a better explanation for the distribution of species and the movement of continents. The idea of a large, sunken continent like Lemuria in the Indian Ocean was eventually dismissed by mainstream science. The land bridge theory was no longer needed to explain the biological connections. Despite its rejection by science, the idea of Lemuria did not disappear. Instead, it captured the imagination of people outside the scientific world. The thought of a lost continent, a vanished paradise, was very appealing. It tapped into a deep human longing for ancient wisdom and forgotten histories. The name Lemuria itself had a mysterious and romantic sound. This made it perfect for adoption by those exploring more esoteric and spiritual ideas. So, even as science moved on, Lemuria was about to begin a new life. It would transform from a discarded hypothesis into something powerful. The Lemurians, guardians of wisdom in higher dimensions. The Lemurians, as described in esoteric traditions, are believed to be beings of immense spiritual advancement. They are often depicted as tall, graceful, and gentle souls. Their society was based on principles of love, peace, and harmony with nature. They lived in a golden age before their continent was lost. They possessed a deep understanding of the laws of the universe and lived in accordance with divine will. Their consciousness was more evolved than present-day humanity. They had abilities like telepathy, clairvoyance, and the power to manifest their needs directly from pure energy. They were masters of energy and light. When their continent, Mu or Lemuria, faced catastrophic destruction, these wise beings did not simply perish. It is said that many Lemurians retreated into the earth. They established cities in subterranean realms, or they ascended to a higher vibrational state of existence. Mount Shasta is considered one of the primary locations where a group of Lemurians established a city of light called Telos. Here, they preserved their culture, their wisdom, and their high-frequency energies. They chose places like Mount Shasta because these are powerful energy vortexes. These vortexes can support higher dimensional living and protect their sacred mission. The Lemurians are often described as existing in the fifth dimension. This is a vibrational state beyond our everyday three-dimensional perception. The third dimension is what we experience with our physical senses: length, width, and depth. The fourth dimension includes time. The fifth dimension is a realm of unconditional love, unity, consciousness, and instant manifestation. Beings in the fifth dimension are not limited by the same physical laws that govern us. The Lemurians in Telos are said to live in this higher state. They can interact with our world, but usually remain unseen by those not attuned to their frequency. From their fifth-dimensional city of Telos, the Lemurians are believed to act as spiritual guardians and teachers for humanity. They hold the light for our planet. They work to raise the collective consciousness and assist in our planetary ascension process. They send out energies of love and healing. They offer guidance to those who are open to receiving it. Many believe that as humanity evolves, we will become more aware of their presence. We may even be able to interact with them more directly. Their purpose is to help us remember our own divine nature and create a world based on Lemurian principles of peace and oneness. Mount Shasta today, a haven for spiritual seekers. In our current times, around 2025, Mount Shasta continues to be a powerful magnet for spiritual seekers from all over the globe. Its reputation as a spiritual vortex and a home to Lemurian masters attracts a diverse array of people. These include healers, artists, writers, and individuals on a personal journey of self-discovery and spiritual awakening. Many feel an undeniable pull towards the mountain. They describe it as a calling from their soul. The unique energy of the area is palpable to sensitive individuals. It fosters an environment conducive to deep meditation, healing, and connection with higher realms of consciousness. A wide range of spiritual practices and activities flourish around Mount Shasta. Meditation groups gather regularly to tune into the mountain's energies. Workshops on topics like crystal healing, energy work, shamanism, and connecting with spirit guides are common. Channeling sessions, where individuals relay messages from ascended masters or Lemurian beings, are also popular. Many people come to the mountain seeking physical, emotional, or spiritual healing. They believe that the powerful energies of Shasta can help them release old patterns, gain clarity, and accelerate their spiritual growth. The mountain supports all paths that lead to love and light. Specific locations on and around Mount Shasta are considered particularly potent energy spots. Panther Meadows, a beautiful alpine meadow high on the mountain, is revered as a sacred site. It is believed to be a powerful portal and a place where many have profound spiritual experiences. McCloud Falls, with its pristine water and serene surroundings, is another popular spot for meditation and connecting with the nature spirits. The headwaters of the Sacramento River are also considered sacred. Visitors often make pilgrimages to these sites. They leave offerings, meditate, or simply sit in quiet contemplation, absorbing the healing vibrations of the place. These modern spiritual practices are all ways in which people try to connect with the mountain's energy. They also seek to connect with the wisdom of the Lemurians and other light beings believed to reside there. The intention is often to receive guidance, healing, or inspiration. Many feel that Mount Shasta acts as an amplifier for their spiritual efforts. It helps them to access deeper levels of their own consciousness. The mountain itself is seen as a teacher and a guide. It encourages a return to a more heart-centered way of living, in harmony with the earth and with each other. Connecting with the light. Embracing Lemurian energies. Connecting with Lemurian energy is something that anyone can do, even if you cannot physically visit Mount Shasta. The Lemurians are beings of love and light. Their energy is accessible through heartfelt intention and focused meditation. You can begin by creating a quiet, sacred space in your home. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths to center yourself. Then, set a clear intention to connect with the loving wisdom of the Lemurian masters of Talos. Imagine their pure light surrounding you. Feel their compassionate presence. This simple act of reaching out with an open heart is the first step. Meditation is a powerful tool for attuning to higher frequencies, such as those of the Lemurians. Focus your meditation on the core Lemurian values: unconditional love, peace, unity, and respect for all life. Visualize Mount Shasta, imagining its brilliant white peak reaching towards the heavens. See a radiant city of light, Talos, within or beneath the mountain. Ask the Lemurians for guidance or healing, or simply sit in their loving energy, allowing it to uplift and inspire you. Regular meditation helps to raise your own vibration. This makes it easier to perceive and integrate these subtle, high-frequency energies into your daily life. Working with crystals can also help you connect with Lemurian energy. Lemurian seed crystals are particularly powerful for this purpose. These crystals are believed to have been programmed with the ancient wisdom and loving vibrations of the Lemurian civilization. They often have horizontal striations, or barcodes, on their sides. It is said that by meditating with these crystals or running your finger over the striations, you can access the information and energy stored within them. Other crystals associated with high vibrations, such as selenite, amethyst, and rose quartz, can also support your connection. Place them in your environment or use them during meditation. Respect and reverence are key when connecting with any sacred energy, including that of the Lemurians and Mount Shasta. If you do visit the mountain, approach it with a humble heart. Treat the land with care, leaving no trace of your visit. Whether you are there in person or connecting from afar, remember that the Lemurians are guardians of this planet. They work for the highest good of all. By aligning your intentions with love, compassion, and service to others, you create a resonant field. This field allows for a clearer and more profound connection with their enlightened consciousness and their supportive, healing energies. The enduring legacy. Mount Shasta's timeless inspiration. Mount Shasta's power as a symbol of mystery, spiritual awakening, and profound natural beauty remains undiminished. Its majestic form continues to inspire awe and wonder in all who behold it. For generations it has been a beacon, drawing seekers, dreamers, and those who feel a deep connection to the Earth's sacred energies. The mountain stands as a silent witness to the passage of time. It holds ancient stories within its rocky slopes and snowy peaks. Its allure is timeless, transcending cultural shifts and changing beliefs. It remains a potent reminder of the sacred that exists within our world. The legends of Lemuria, and the believed presence of Lemurians within Talos, contribute significantly to Mount Shasta's unique and captivating aura. These stories add a layer of profound spiritual depth to its already impressive physical presence. They speak to a deep human longing for connection with ancient wisdom, higher consciousness, and a more harmonious way of life. The idea that enlightened beings are watching over us, offering guidance and support from their hidden sanctuary, provides comfort and inspiration to many. It transforms the mountain from a mere geological wonder into a living portal of hope and spiritual possibility. The essence of Mount Shasta is a beautiful blend of tangible reality and intangible mystery. Its geological grandeur is undeniable, a testament to the Earth's raw power. Its indigenous history is rich with reverence and deep spiritual understanding. The esoteric beliefs, particularly those surrounding Lemuria, add another vibrant dimension to its story. These different threads weave together to create a complex and fascinating tapestry. This tapestry attracts a wide spectrum of people, each finding their own meaning and connection with this sacred place. The mountain embraces all who come with an open heart and a respectful spirit. Ultimately, Mount Shasta and the legends of Lemuria continue to inspire a search for deeper meaning in our lives. They encourage us to look beyond the mundane and to explore the vast potential of human consciousness. The mountain challenges us to consider that there may be more to reality than what we perceive with our physical senses. It invites us to connect with our own inner wisdom and to strive for a more loving and enlightened existence. Whether viewed as a geological marvel, a sacred indigenous site, or a Lemurian lighthouse, Mount Shasta stands as an enduring symbol of inspiration. It calls us towards spiritual growth and a deeper connection with the universe. Join our free masterclasses on how to empower yourself with high-frequency tools and learn how to recalibrate yourself and your life. Link in the description. Thanks for watching.